kids, first pit stop, riding up to Hiawatha. It's like I used to do when I was a kid. I mean, I've ridden up there many times, and I do that every summer. It's nothing new to me, but beautiful day. Feels like about 28 to 30. Stopped at this bridge. Water's really low. Traffic is crazy again. Don't like that, but just gotta be careful. I feel great. Physically I feel great. Mentally maybe not so great, but that's alright. Nothing like a good bike ride to let things out of your system. Okay, I'm gonna try the first hill. Won't be able to film that. Okay, first hill done. Not too bad. This one's easy. It's the last one that kills. Beautiful up here. It's like I loved in the summers when I was a kid. Hotter the better. Loved riding. And go for a dip at Hiawatha. Okay, that's it for this break. Hey kids. Well, we did the other hill. That one's a little bit harder, but still easy. Nice cool breeze up on the top here. Just taking in that, a little beverage. Then we tackled the big steep hill. And we used to ride our chopper bikes, banana seat bikes. And on a good day you could ride them straight up the hill. But for the most part we used to zigzag. Just like skiing, zigzag. You go up the hill that way with one of those chopper bikes, easy as pie. I do it with this bike the odd time, but because it's so heavy in traffic right now, I don't want to get picked off. So we'll just gear it down to circus monkey speed. When you see the circus monkeys riding the bicycle, that'll be me. So I definitely don't want to drop dead on this hill. Got a pace. Feel great so far. No problem. Well, we made it, kids. Third hill. Just stopping for rest after each hill so we don't drop dead. All of them pretty easy. Don't let the fat stop you. Just because you're fat doesn't mean you can't do things on a bicycle. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. A little winded after that last one because it's almost like straight up and down. At least it feels like that when you're cycling. I didn't even do it in the monkey gear, so that's pretty good. Strong legs. If I could drop some weight, it'd be a lot easier, but it is what it is. Okay, Hiawatha in the next couple of turns. Well, we made it, kids. We're in Hiawatha. Beautiful out here. I haven't been attacked by bugs yet. They haven't been taking care of it. Everything's growing in. Some of these paths you can't ride on a bike. You kind of have to walk them. I'll probably head down to the water and see what that's like and ride some of the trails down there. So I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and enjoy the peace and quiet. Back in here a little bit where the creek is, heading to the swimming area. Water's also low. So different when I was a kid. Definitely loved it here. Remember us catching what are they, water spiders all the time. When we were kids, we had these little bug labs. So you'd always catch bugs, butterflies and all that stuff. I don't even know if they have those anymore. Anyways, beautiful out here, beautiful. So a little history here. Hiawatha. Back when I was a kid, there was no road that came down over here. There was originally stairs, straight stairs that went all the way up, just straight. It felt like there was 100 stairs on it easy, probably more. But yeah, and there was a row of people coming down one side, another row going up. If you weren't in good shape, it was not a good thing. They changed it to stairs that went down a bit and then had landings. And remnants of those are still in that bush. You can look in there and you can see where both staircases were. Most of the wood is rotten, but any of the concrete where they're held together, you can definitely see. The water line, this water was way, way deeper. Went right up to the edges of here. And they had change rooms and food places right here, and a dock that went out like this, across and down, with two lifeguard towers on either side or each corner. They I don't know when they stopped that, but and a little story. I saved my friend's life out here. My friend Philip, who I'm still friends with, thank goodness, because he couldn't swim. He loved the water, but he couldn't swim. And this place was pretty packed, and he got out too far. This was after the lifeguard towers and stuff were abolished. We came out here and there was a floating dock instead. They did have one lifeguard stationed here. I think that's by law anyway. But he got out in deep water here and started to drown. So I went in after him, and he was panicking like crazy. He was just panicking, as most persons would do if they were drowning. So he was kicking and throwing his arms. He couldn't stay afloat, and he was going under. So I booted out, and I tried to grab him, but he was just swinging his arms in panic, trying to save his own life. And so what I did is, I was always a really good underwater swimmer. I just took a giant deep breath, went underneath him, and lifted him up on my shoulders. And by that time, one of our other friends came over, but I had walked my friend on my shoulders underwater to keep him above water, and I walked to the shoreline and got him out. And with the help of my other couple of friends, we saved his life. So, true story. And it's just one of those deals, you know. When people can't swim and they get into the water, they love it. But when the ground disappears, they panic. They don't realize, you know, if you can hold your breath, you actually turn into a kind of a balloon. You actually float for a bit so you can get your bearings. But some people just go into full panic mode, and that's what happened to Phil. So, but yeah, we got him to the shoreline here. He was good. He didn't take on too much water, and the rest is history. I don't know if he's ever gone in the water since. He became a Boy Scout leader, so he did that for years. We were all in Boy Scouts. He used to come out here all the time, exploring. This is like July. When I was a kid, you couldn't move in here. You just could not move. It was wall-to-wall people everywhere, walking, swimming. Yeah, it's just everything's changed. Okay, that's for this break. Take a little ride around here. We're at Minnehaha Falls. Haha, there's no falls anymore. Hardly any water. Again, we used to swim in all this. The water's so low and contaminated now. Sad. We had good times out here. Yeah, you swim down all in here. Same about the Crystal Falls, which is the other falls. I didn't bother going up there. There's a bunch of people up there. Just wanted to be by myself. Water level is way low, but it used to be way up. They control all that, but The water's still down. Fortunately, they don't allow swimming in here anymore. And I'll tell you why. Somebody jumped here when we were here and didn't quite hit the water. And landed on the rocks. Before I had my fear of heights, we used to climb the walls. I couldn't do that now. I'd be paralyzed in fear. But yeah, sadly a lot of people have died out here, injured themselves. So I was lucky. We didn't do too many daring things. I mean, climbing that rock cliff was pretty scary, but the water was way deeper, so you would just fall into the water. But this, you start diving and not good. Yeah, it just doesn't look like they take care of this place anymore, sad to say. It's definitely overgrown. So I'm gonna head back over this way. Let's see if I can find those stairways. Can't really ride the bikes too much in there. And I don't have got a street tire on the front. In the sand it's not very good. I've got the brand new knobbies on the back. But yeah, when you're out here you want to switch tires out. That's it for now. Hey, somebody asked in one of my other videos what bike I ride. I got a bunch of bikes. But I got this one here. This is an Iron Horse. Sachem Iron Horse. It's got air shocks. You take the caps off here, put air in, just like a tube, tire and tube. Adjustable shocks. It's got tons of travel. Great for jumping and all that fun stuff. Not that I do much of that anymore. I'm 60 years old. I'm not going to be doing crazy stuff on a bike anymore. It's due for some brakes right now. This bike doesn't owe me a thing. I bought this, I had it made actually. The frame I bought and then ordered all specific parts to what I wanted. And the bike has been phenomenal. I've had the bike, it's got to be at least 16 years. And it's never broken down on me. Never. So it's due for some brake pads. These are the original brake pads. And they're just starting to go now. So the back one, I still have brake, but there's no more adjustments. So it's due for a change. Hayes brakes. Let me tell you, Hayes brakes are the best. I've had Shimano, which things suck. Hayes, can't go wrong. I got 2 bikes with them on. Amazing brakes. They make brakes for cars too. So anyways, the bike is that old. It's heavy as a tank. But I put this thing through the war and it's still fantastic. It hasn't broken, nothing. I love it. Wide, super wide handlebars. So in tight places it sucks, like getting it around here. But so instead of riding this I have to walk it. But yeah, it's a great bike. It's due for a chain and sprocket changeover. The teeth are starting to wear, but man, I've never had a bike last that long with original parts. So I forget what I paid for this bike back in the day. It was like $1,800, $2,000 with all the stuff on it. I've modified a few things on it, but okay. Okay, the old stairs I was telling you about. These are the second set stairs, and they had a couple of levels where like a landing, and none of this brush was here. None. This is all beach. In fact, we used to catch frogs and stuff over here. Like I say, we lived out here. I knew every part of this place. The other stairs, they're harder to find because they were pretty much all wood and some concrete, but it's so overgrown. I will see if I can find them. Just give me a sec, but I don't think I can. camera keeps suggesting, missuggesting. Sorry about that. Yeah, somewhere in here. There we go. There's part of the wood, but goes up in there. That's it. The beach is right here. This water was right up to here. Lifeguard towers. Looks totally abandoned now. Oh well, heading back up the hill. Okay, we're at the end of our ride up at Hiawatha. Beautiful day. If it's nice tomorrow, I'm coming out again. I want to try and mount this camera on the handlebar with I have a rubber tripod, but because it's easier to film when I'm riding to face myself, but to face it forward for the bike, it's almost impossible to hold. But I'm going to see if I can wrap these around it and go down the hill with the camera on. So it's going to shake for a sec. Okay, we're going to try this. Oh, by the way, the brakes are wearing out on this bike just a tad. So, hold on. Just going to take my time. Hard to see the holes in this asphalt. Show-offs. That was fun. Love those hills on the way down. Of course, that girl passed me on the hill. Anybody can pass on a hill. You see me catch her on the flats? You bet. I'm just cruising, that's all. Trying to take in the sights. I wanted to race? Wow. I'd be up for the challenge. Look at this tree. That's a creepy tree if I ever did see one. Good for a horror movie. I'm taking a breather here. A little juice. Not juice, but my electrolyte mix. It's for athletes, cyclists mainly, I guess. That's where I usually buy this stuff. It's great. Tastes like you get it in flavors. And the flavor basically just means a different color because they all taste like soap. It's the worst tasting shit ever. But keeps my electrolytes going good. In balance. Ooh, look at this Stang. Ooh. Nice car. Trying to get this off here. Tastes like Dawn soap. Sunlight maybe. Tastes like Sunlight dish soap. And yes, I have the shakes. I had them since I was a kid. Got a little worse now though. Working in automotive didn't help. Traffic is nuts, man. Never used to be like this when I was younger. You can almost ride down the middle of the road. Okay, so head to Black Dirt Road next. That new pavement in there, it's nice to ride, but the people that drive are effing nuts. They think it's the Indy 500. I mean, it's just crazy. So I'll be all eyes and ears when I'm riding in there. Alrighty, so that's it for this part. You think anybody does the speed limit? I don't know if you can hear this, but nobody does the speed limit on this road. They're all nuts.